early screener for the brand new documentary film called Cookie Queens, out now in theaters this weekend. And it follows a handful of young girls that are part of the Girl Scouts. And there's something called like the cookie season. And it takes you through them setting up their goals in the beginning of how many boxes of cookies do they plan on selling, and all the way up until the end when the 6 weeks or what, however long the season is, happens, and what the kind of the outcome of it is. A couple things to take away from this is, first, this is an $800 million revenue source for the Girl Scouts. Let that sink in. And they're doing it off the backs of little girls selling their cookies. It does feel problematic to me. I have a personal story that I probably may not be the right one to judge. When I was a little girl, like 6 or 7, a friend of mine took me to one of her brownie meetings. I guess this is kind of how they get people to sign up for the brownies and the Girl Scouts, is they have you bring a friend. It was like a bring a friend day or something. And my mom let me go, but then they try to get us to sign up, but it costs money. And my mom, we didn't have that money at all. We like, no. And so I was devastated because, it felt very elitist to me at the age of 6 or 7. Not going to lie. Saying that, I go into this already with a chip on my shoulder about the Girl Scouts. So this feels very odd in a lot of ways. First, I want to say that the beautiful young girls that they have in this documentary are so amazing. They are some of the most intelligent, smart, brilliant young ladies I think I've seen in a long time. Absolutely magnificent. Whatever happens with them in the Girl Scouts, these girls will go on and be very successful. They definitely have a lot going for them, and it was really nice to see that. Each one of these parents in this documentary film also sort of has a backstory. You have one mom that was not a part of the Girl Scouts and desperately wanted to be when she was a little girl, and now she has her 3 daughters in the Girl Scouts. You have another mom that just seems like she wants her kid to be so goal orientated that she pushes a lot, even though she's trying to say it's her daughter's decision. But the daughter's very open about how she feels pressure and she doesn't want to disappoint her mom. And we're talking, this is a little girl. And you have another one that doesn't come from a lot of money, and they get on the hook for all these boxes of cookies. Because the other thing is, when you say you have a goal of 1,000 boxes of cookies that you want to sell, you get those 1,000 boxes of cookies delivered. There's no returning them. You will owe the Girl Scouts the $6,000, right? Because each box is $6. You will owe the Girl Scouts $6,000. And then off of every box that you sell, you get like $1. And then that buck goes into this pot of money that you've earned for yourself, to then you can use this towards prizes. And now some of these prizes are very elaborate, like there was a trip to Disney World and stuff like that. So the monies can be used for these lavish trips or, smaller tchotchke things. The pyramid of money seems very odd to me. A couple things that I'm going to do now after I've watched the documentary, and I haven't done this yet to share with you. One is, I want to go on the Girl Scouts website. I'm assuming that somewhere on their website, they are sharing with you women that we know, successful women, whether they be entrepreneurs, business women, CEOs, or celebrities of some sort, that they're talking on some sort of PR campaign about the value of being in the Girl Scouts, because this documentary does not point that out at all. This documentary has nothing to do with the programs itself. So don't go into it thinking this doc is going to explain that to you. It's really just about the selling of these damn cookies during cookie season. But I'm now curious to know about what are these programs and what do they look like. The one little girl does talk about how she wishes that someone like her would be able to have input into the programming and where the money's spent, which I think is just absolutely brilliant. Again, these little girls are just magnificent. But I also want to see if they receive any assistance from the government with any of these programs. Again, because I'm going back to where I think it feels very elitist. I think that you need to have a certain level of income, and you have to have parents that are around a lot. It definitely seemed that way to me, that they all came from 2-parent households. And I'm just curious. I don't know the answers to this. Okay. But I'm going to go do some research and find out. This is a very well done documentary film. Alyssa Namias is the documentary filmmaker. I'm going to go and check out some of her other docs. Go check it out now. It's out now in theaters this week.